All right, this is kind of a news on another level as well. Coal industry in Russia is again, a lot of industries in Russia will be really in the fucking dumpster um, after this invasion. And now let's talk about the coal industry. In the biggest coal minery, basically, they're pausing the extraction of coal in Kemerskoye Oblast. This is the main region in Russia. It's here on the map. Main region in Russia that's um, producing quite a lot of coal, apparently. They've stopped the extraction of coal, which is once again quite interesting. Apparently, Kemerovskoye Oblast, Kemerovsky region, has been extracting up to stone coal. I'm not sure, like, this is really like, this is the thing. Oh, just like that, anthracites. Okay, up to 60% of this stone coals, up to 80 cox chark coal, probably. Yeah, and up to 100% of some other rare coal um, types, which is once again it's going to be devastating for that region because on those factories on those factories, 91,000 people work there, and up to 20% of people of working people are actually working in those like mono cities that's been built around like some giant factory, some like mining operation, so on and so forth. Like it's like that. Like the cities exist around the whole world, right? Where like yeah, it's like a mining town, basically, sort of like that. There's a factory there, and around the factory later grows the whole town. So up to 20% of the working people in the whole region working in those like mono cities. So mono towns, whatever you can call it. Um, so yeah, if you can't sell coal, you can't pay fucking people. There's gonna be 90,000 people who soon probably, maybe less, who was not gonna have job. I don't like. I feel like some sort of uprising in Russia has to happen. Has to happen at some point. Like all those regions, like Kemerovskoye Oblast, right? Like, Kuzbas. What is Kuzbas? Yeah, it's just a city in Kemerovskoye Oblast. A lot of those regions that are like in the middle part of Russia or like a far east part of Russia, they're really rich in like natural resources, in coal, in oil, in gas, and instead of like living on their own there as their own separate, basically state, they have to and basically take all those resources for themselves and like improve your own region. They have to send basically shit ton of money to back to Moscow. Then from Moscow, they get like way less money back to their own regions, and Moscow basically takes giant cut to build fucking yachts for oligarchs and for fucking Kremlin's governmental fucking officials, so on and so forth, for chinovniki, for all of those fucking cons, and to start wars. Like, I just don't get, like, I feel like those regions have to, at some point, start organizing, because Russia is big. Russia is not Belarus. If Belarus has, like, 50k or 100,000 of, like, army or policemen or some sort of special fucking forces, something like that, intelligence cunts, like those regions in the central parts of Russia or eastern parts of Russia, there's not gonna be that many policemen there. At some point, I think the people have to realize that they could be living way better, um, way better if they don't send all this money to fucking Kremlin. And this is related to this Russian coal is being sold right now into China for half the cost. Half the cost. It's been the same with oil when the Russian barrels of oil cost $30 less than other oil, like Brent, right? Russian is Urals. General is the Brent one. So that is being sold for big discount, and now coal has been sold for big discount as well. So like, cool, I guess. In only 1 month, like 1 month, July. We're talking about July? I think we're talking about July. Because they've been exporting these things to China, coal industry didn't get additional $1.3 billion compared to what they could have, if not for this giant discount. And of course, like you could think, like, yeah, China doesn't really sanction properly Russia, so on and so forth. And they're selling cars like we discussed, and they're buying coal, they're buying oil, so on and so forth. But if you have such a giant discount, like, you would be stupid not to use it, kind of this situation basically. Um, I mean, if you have morals, you wouldn't do it, and you would actually, especially because it's Russia. Like, why would you need strong Russia if you're China, for example? Um, but yeah, they're just using it, basically. They're just using it for their own advantages, and yeah. And also, this news. I've had this news somewhere that them. Anyway, that insurance, like giant marine insurance, international group of P&A clubs, international group of private insurers, something like that. They will not be insuring basically ships that come from Russia with Russian coal or something like that. Or even they're not going to even insure European ships if they've been taking Russian coal to get it to some third world country, not even in European Union. So it's just like total embargo on Russian coal. Granted, Russian coal has never been like a giant. I mean, it is kind of big industry. I think like $8 billion, something like that, in Russia, around that. But that's nothing compared to oil and gas, especially gas, but oil as well. So although it's big money, once again, to the Russian budget, is not so severe. It's not going to be so severe as limiting gas and oil, which Europe is still fucking around. But the fact that this international group of insurers insures almost 90% of any insurance services in the world, marine transportation, that's severe. That's basically like nobody can take Russian coal to get it to some third world country. Not third world, but like third party country, besides Europe. So yeah, that basically means that you can't use marine transportation, marine shipments anymore for coal. Which means the industry is gonna be fucking dead once again. Like you can sell only so much of coal to China with discounts before your own factories and your own industry goes to shit. For now, you can do it. For now, you can pay some amount of money to your own workers and so on and so forth. But once again, it's gonna last only for so long. So yeah.